Troy is magnetic,
intelligent,
inspiring,
creative,
fearless,
flamboyant,
charismatic,
and fun.
Troy Williams is the only man I will dress up for.
I have been talking to Utah Republican legislators about sports for 3 years now, and I don't know shit all about sports. All right. Thanks to all the lesbians who've been coaching me. I appreciate that.
Troy was certainly the bold choice for the position.
Group of protesters, they're blocking the front door of the Utah governor's office.
So this group is saying, give Senate Bill 100 a full hearing or go ahead and arrest us.
I had long been a believer in this idea that you need a moderate voice and a radical voice, and he somehow managed to do both.
Troy is one to take risks and really put himself out there, and being a part of the Equality Utah team and having him as a leader, I knew he led with trusting us, but also encouraging us to step into our power.
Our community is steel forged in fire.
Troy has this way of engaging with people, connecting with them on a personal level.
He does not navigate this world looking for reasons to other human beings. He navigates this world looking at reasons to find connection.
He knew how to capture people's attention and reach their hearts.
Listening to understand and just holding that space for others rather than thinking what we're going to say next.
Yes, there are dangers ahead, but we can meet this moment. And every day of the legislative session, Equality Utah will be on Capitol Hill, not just talking to those who love us, but reaching out and proactively engaging those who don't yet.
I see someone walk by who, in my experience, was the enemy. And Troy Williams puts his arm around her and says, Lance, I'd like you to meet Gail Rosica. And then I watched them talk to each other, share space with each other, compliment each other. And it was very clear that they have more in common than they have that separates them.
We need times when we come together as Americans, as Utahns, regardless of your faith, regardless of your politics, and let's celebrate the things that we have in common.
Yeah.
Let's be allies to each other.
We don't see eye to eye on a ton of stuff, but we like each other.
Yeah.
We can engage in dialogue and just kind of get an understanding of each other's positions.
Everyone up here likes Troy because he's always cheerful. He's just fun to be around.
If you really want to make progress, if you want to create change, you have to develop relationships with lawmakers who may not share your ideological beliefs. Be willing to have your heart open, go in with an open mind, and maybe they'll have an open mind back.
It's really been a privilege to work under Troy, under somebody who has this desire to change people's lives, to change policy, and to change our state for the better.
Now, over the past 8 years, we have passed several pro-LGBTQ bills in one of the most conservative states in the nation.
The 2015 compromise between the LDS Church and the LGBTQ community stands out as probably the most significant accomplishment for Equality Utah.
We proved that equality isn't just a liberal value or a conservative value, it's an American value.
Then that was followed very quickly by a string of other legislative victories, getting rid of no promo homo legislation in Utah Code.
On the Hill, a bill that would remove discriminatory language about homosexuality from the health education curriculum.
Providing hate crimes protections, overturning conversion therapy.
A bill banning LGBTQ conversion therapy in Utah has passed the legislature unanimously.
Just a whole host of different issues that you don't typically see red states tackling with an eye towards providing protections for our community.
He certainly moderated his voice, but he still put on a show. I mean, his transformation of Allies Dinner is probably the most obvious example. I mean, to literally sort of move it to Broadway, and turn it into a show.
Thank you, Equality Utah. You are teaching the world how to dream the impossible.
Troy and I have a real connection as friends, as chosen family, but as artists. So we were able to do critical work really creatively, and it was so fulfilling.
I actually think his biggest impact on the organization and on our state is he has trained other people how to be effective advocates. His philosophy around advocacy being a work of love and patience and discomfort has really bled and spread, I think, throughout our state and has affected a lot of activists in various spaces.
He really did manifest his beliefs that only love conquers hate, only light conquers darkness. He turned that into a whole life and work.
Yes, trolls create a shadow of gloom, but where there is gloom, there is also glamour. And within that, our power to transform this moment.
But so much more than the work of Equality Utah. Troy has been an incredible mentor for me. Not only believed in me, but gave me tools to mend relationships with my family. I truly mean it when I mean my personal life has changed.
We must create a radical culture of belonging. We must send a message to every kid in this state. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved.